Hey guys, let's calculate this infinite sum and see what we get. So this is connected to the Taylor series for sine of x, which we have up here. And believe it or not, if you plug in any number you want, as long as it's in radians, it will give you the value for sine of that number. For instance, because sine of pi is 0, it must mean, believe it or not, if we plug pi in, that we've got to get 0. And so I was thinking the other day, what happens with all the positive terms and the negative terms, right? They have to be equal to each other because when you add them together, you have to get 0. And I thought, what is that number? And it's this very mysterious number, 5.77 something. And I was playing around with the Taylor series, and believe it or not, this is the answer. Let's see why it works. And so the connection is with the Taylor series for e to the x, which is all of these terms with plus signs and the same kind of factorial business. And so what we can do is we can play around by plugging in, say, minus x instead of x, and that will introduce negative signs for any time x had an odd exponent. So now if we do a little bit of rearranging, we get this cool fact up here, which is very closely related to what we wanted to study. But remember earlier, we knew that this had to be equal to 0 because it's the value of sine of pi. And so therefore, these two unknowns, let's call them m for mystery, have to be equal to each other. And now if we look in our expression here, we see that e to the pi minus e to the minus pi over 2 has to be exactly twice our unknown, and that allows us to solve. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see me talk about.